What you're looking at here is the underneath of the rear of an F-150, a 2006 Ford F-150. The spare tire has been removed, and that's to gain access to this. This is the fuel pump control module. This is causing a lot of problems on Fords right now. I've had this one partially disconnected. I've got the bolts out. 2 bolts, one goes here and one goes here. These things are horribly rusted under here, if you look underneath them. This one actually has holes in it. This is from Ontario, Canada, so it's in the Rust Belt area. If you've got a car that, if you have a truck like this and it's stalling, or it won't start, and mechanics diagnose a bad fuel pump, have them pull down the rear tire and look up at this cross member and take this thing off. These things are rusting like crazy. This thing should be a recall. This is the fuel pump module removed from the car. I've loosened the cap. It's not made to come apart, so you have to be a bit forceful with it. You can see it's got a lot of delicate electronic parts in there. This is scale, corrosive scale. It's come off the back of this. That came off the back of it. You can actually see holes in the back of this thing. And 2 bolts hold the circuit board on, and if you take it out, you can see the kind of corrosion that's in there. So that'll definitely affect your fuel pump operation. Here's a new one. Cost about $175 from a Ford dealer in Canada. I imagine you can get them quite a bit cheaper in the States. You can see it's just a zinc die-cast metal body, and dissimilar metals, same old story against steel. A little salt in the back there, it's underneath the car, and within a few years you've got a lot of corrosion. A lot of people are misdiagnosing this. They're putting in fuel pumps instead of checking this. So if you do suspect your fuel pump's shot on your Ford truck because it won't start, it's stalling, it's acting funny, make sure they check this fuel pump module. Now the kit for $175 includes a new module, but they don't want you to put it on exactly like the old one. The old one just had simply two bolts went through and it held it right against the frame, as you saw. They now give you a little kit with 2 studs, and they want you to mount that. Now it comes with some instructions, and it says right here this affects the the 2004, 2008 F-150 and 06, 08 Mark LT fuel pump, and they want you to mount this now on the studs, and they want you to coat underneath it to make sure it doesn't rust. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put it back on the studs the way they suggest, and then I'm going to coat this stuff in a spray undercoating like you get from Crown. I like using that stuff. It's nice and liquid. It gets through all the cracks. And make sure the owner keeps spraying that every year or so, just to make sure this one doesn't rust out too. And I think that should take care of the issue. You can see here the truck. This is a Harley-Davidson Special. It has 175,000 kilometers, so that's just a little bit over 100,000 miles for our American cousins. And here we are at Nizza, and you won't be surprised to find that under recalls, this truck, the Ford F-150 2006, it has lots of recalls, as you can see, but none of them to do at all with a fuel pump module or a fuel pump problem of any kind. And if we go here to defect investigations, you'll see that they have only 2. And one is to do with the service brakes, hydraulic, and the other one is to do with airbags, and that's it. But if you search complaints over in this area, I'm sure you're going to find plenty. Now what I suggest everybody do, I'm going to try to post this information on Ray LaHood's Facebook page. I suggest you do the same, and if you've had this repair done, I would contact Nizza, make a complaint, hold on to your receipts, and hopefully Ford will do the right thing, and it will issue a recall, at least for the cars affected, the trucks and cars affected in the Salt Belt areas and the Salt Belt states and in Canada.